Hi everybody, Wayne Lambert here. So today I wanted to talk to you about culture change. So as a business owner, you personally could be against change related to implementing a workplace wellness program, and your employees may be seriously against change as well. Let's face it, not many people like change. However, all I can do is explain to you an experience that I had in a certain region of the world. I'm not going to name that place. However, it's very difficult. I was on my own as a consultant, advising senior, high-level personnel, and ultimately there were many stakeholders involved. So change from the top all the way down the chain to the bottom, the person at the bottom, which is ultimately the employee. There was a lot of friction along the way. So, it was an uphill battle, but ultimately, I and we collectively had a lot of success. But that took a lot of immersion, but integration, teamwork and trust, really, in that, we were totally transparent about what we wanted to implement, but we had to get the backing from leadership. And ultimately, if the leadership was against change, then that struggle was even more so amplified to get the end goal. So we had many uphill battles, and sometimes that's what you need for success. It's not always going to be clear cut, but ultimately workplace wellness programs, they're not off the shelf. It is related to the internal culture, the external culture as well. So you have to bear in mind the environment that you're working in and the environment of the mind of every single participant that you wish to implement the plan for. It's at all levels. There's so many different types of leadership as well, all the way to the top. But ultimately, even if you've got the say-so, the go-ahead from top level, which we did out there, it's still a struggle to say, the top leadership want this change, but ultimately, as you start filtering that down, you're still going to come up against barriers, but got success in the end. So if you're a business owner, let us know if you've tried to implement a program before, if you've had any, what experiences you've had with that program, and ultimately, how do you perceive your workplace culture to be at this moment in time? Have you done a needs analysis? Is there a big gap between what you want as the business owner and what the employees want? Have you done that analysis? We can do that, but ultimately these videos are to give you pointers in how you can implement changes. This video specifically is to talk about culture change. Change is one thing, culture is another, and to combine the two, there are problems along the way. However, it is possible. A lot of chipping away, but ultimately success can be found. So many programs out there, workplace wellness programs out there, that try and implement culture change, but don't really realise that culture change is two separate things. Change is one thing, culture is another. Combining the two can create a lot of problems. So if you've tried to implement a workplace wellness program before, and this may have been the problem, but ultimately the way you make changes has to complement your business and also the employees themselves. If you can interact, let us know if you've tried anything before. That would be great, and we can communicate in the comments box, or ultimately you can email us on any of our platforms at LAMBERT-Wellbeing. We look forward to hearing from you, and good luck.